Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, June 20th. I'm making this video a little bit later than I normally do. I had some stuff come up. But yep, I've been out for a little bit, kind of taking a little break, kind of resetting my mental, and just kind of getting back at it this week. So I'm looking at the weekly for the ES September, so ESU 2023. We're at the weekly. I have this volume imbalance noted here. So I think that's the kind of current target right now. Looking at the daily, I have this daily fair value gap. I don't think we're going to come down here and fill this in, but we'll kind of see how the week goes. I had this daily fair value gap noted here. I was looking for this to at least get filled in. We kind of came down. We had a nice reaction. Let's go down to a lower time frame. Let's do the 4 hour. So 4 hour, you can see our we have a 4 hour fair value gap right here. And so I had that noted coming into today. So I was looking for it to trade down into this. Then you can see I have a 15-minute noted. We'll kind of wait till we get down to that. But looks like a nice rejection off of this. So I'm still looking for higher prices. So until we get below this swing low, I'm remaining bullish. So that's kind of my view on this right now. Let's look at the 1 hour. So Tuesday was Monday was a holiday, so it was a shortened day. So Monday and Tuesday's trading. Oh, let's go back to the daily real quick. I think there's only a candle. Yeah, so we have Friday's candle and then Monday and Tuesday's candle here, just because I guess that's how TradingView does it. Kind of puts it all into one daily candle for the shortened trading day. So, yep, it was real kind of tight action on Monday. I didn't even consider trading it. Coming into Tuesday, today. So coming in today, after coming off of the holiday, I left the AM session alone. I was kind of watching, so I kind of watched this trade down into this 4 hour fair value gap, and so we have the 4 hour here, and then we're on the 1 hour right now. So this 1 hour this imbalance goes down to here. So if on the 1 hour chart we didn't really fill it all in, but if we go down to the 15-minute, this is what I was really working on today, was the 15-minute time frame. So we have the 4 hour here, and then we have the 15 right here, and then all of this, there's no imbalances on a lower time frame, even though we had this hourly one right here. So this is what this red line is right here, noting that the bottom of this 15-minute imbalance. So when I saw this reaction here and a quick push up, I like to see that. So that was what I wanted to show on the 1 hour, was we have this balanced price range here. So we had sell side and then buy side delivered. And then so coming into the end of the day, I was kind of waiting for a trade. I didn't really see any good setups kind of after lunch. Let's go back down to the 15. So during lunchtime, I didn't take any trades, and then at like the 1:30 macro, like it just kind of went sideways. So what I was looking at was, once we had this nice rejection here, I was targeting this buy side here. So we had clean highs from 1:15 and 9 o'clock. So this was my target. And let's go down to a 5-minute real quick. So on the 5-minute, we were just kind of drifting sideways, right? I want to note something on the 1 hour real quick. So the 1 hour is this H1 fair value gap. So I initially was thinking that this was an institutional order entry drill once we kind of tapped into here, because we have this big imbalance here. I was willing to let it come down into this balanced price range and see how it reacted, which it had a nice reaction up. This was at the end of the day, so this was the kind of only trade that I was looking for. So once we came down, this is that H1 fair value gap. So we're just kind of tapping into this. So to me, this looked like it was accumulating orders for longs. And I kind of noted the stop hunt here. So let's go down to the 1 minute. The 1 minute is what I was operating on. So I had this buy side noted. This was tagged, and I guess hindsight is I should have just took the profit on this, but I was thinking that it was gonna crush up into this area up here. So with these relative equal highs here. So that's where I thought it was gonna go. I could have just had my take profit here, but we'll kind of get into that once we do that trade review. So initially, I was looking for an entry between 315 and 345. So my entry was right around in this fair value gap here. So we had a high, we took out the low, and then we made the higher high. So I was looking to enter in this breaker. I think I entered just right at the top of this fair value gap. With my stop here, going for almost 2R up here, and then yeah, we'll kind of go into it. But this is the breaker that I saw, and right at 1550 we had this move up. So this was a nice move. I was waiting for it to kind of just tap back in here. Once this candle tapped, I thought we were gonna continue higher. It had other plans, and I ended up moving my stop up just below the swing low, because if I was right, it shouldn't come down and stop me out. That's why I had like a $67 loss today. So, but yeah, this is my trade idea. Like I said, I'm trying to stick to breakers. If there's a fair value gap, that's even better, but I'm sticking to breakers with the stop hunt with a clear target. And like I said, I was watching this kind of go down into this H1 fair value gap. I like the reaction from earlier. I like this reaction off of the 4 hour and this M15 that kind of filled it in. And then we just kind of drifted sideways, and I was looking for just a push up here. So that was my trade idea. That's the kind of logic that I used behind it. And we're still kind of inside of this new range here from this high to this low. We're just kind of in between here. So we'll kind of see what happens in the morning, but let's go into the actual trade review. All right, so here we are. We're in the 3 o'clock hour. Right in the macro time, about 3:15. So I'm just waiting for a setup. I'm not seeing anything right now. Looking for a breaker. So this definitely could have been a stop hunt, but this price action wasn't really. I'm just kind of noting here. This would be my breaker if we take that high. So noting a stop hunt here. You can see I'm looking to go long. Since we didn't have a candle close or take out that high, there was no trade. So I'm now considering this as my stop hunt. This is my breaker, those 3 up candles. And we'll just kind of wait for, and you can see this 15-minute candle on the left. So we just kind of took out sell stops. I have my buy entry. And I'm going to end up moving this up to right into that fair value gap. So we had a spike lower, which is fine. I'm willing to let this trade down into that breaker about halfway. So you can look at that 15-minute candle, and this thing's going to turn bright green. So we're getting a nice reaction here. We're right at the 350. So it did hit that buy side, and I had my take profit was just like I think like maybe 2 ticks above that, noting the fair value gap here, and then we have an order block here. So I'm noting the PD raise, and then we just have a spike down and it takes me out. So I was looking for this to push up through, and it basically stopped and reversed, kind of like dead in its tracks. And then I'll just kind of let this kind of play out a little bit. But you saw that I moved my stop up to that swing low. So if the trade was to work, it shouldn't have came back down into this breaker. It would have found support at that order block or that fair value gap and kept going higher. But so overall, I'm not. All right, here we are, TopStep Dashboard. Today minus 67.08. We're at 385.16 for the challenge. Like I said, I took quite a few days off. Here's just the one trade. My last trade before that was on June 2nd. So, like I said, took some time off. I'm feeling, refreshed. Have a clear mindset to kind of continue on. So here's our trade log. Here's our entry for today. We did a long PM session, 8-minute trade, 1.25 handles, and you can see no trades here. And then here's the original screenshot from the trade. I was targeting just a little bit above the buy side. In hindsight, I could have played it safe and just tagged out right at the buy side, or maybe even just a little bit below it, but wanted to try and have around like a 2-to-1 risk reward at least. So that's the trade for today. And for the calendar, there really isn't anything for tomorrow. We do have jobless claims, home sales on Thursday, and it looks like on Friday we have PMI composite flash. So most of the movement this week should be on Thursday and Friday. So we'll kind of see what is offered tomorrow. I'm not really expecting a whole lot of movement, but we'll just kind of play it by ear. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.